Hey everyone, welcome back to Sonia's Sweet and Spicy Kitchen. Today we are going to be making some hot potatoes. That is right, not only hot potatoes, but sweet and spicy herbed hot potatoes, also known as my version of Hasselback potatoes, which are to die for. So to get started on this recipe today, we've got butter, we've got thyme and rosemary, we've got fresh rosemary, we've got garlic pepper, we have Sonia's Sweet and Spicy juice, and we have some minced garlic. And of course, we have our potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping all of this. I've already washed my potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to cut them because we want them to be nice and fan folded. We want them to be as uniform as possible, and I have some tips and techniques to help you get those perfect slices so that your potatoes will look and taste fabulous. The thing I love about this recipe, everyone, is that the edges get really crispy and crunchy, almost like a potato chip kind of potato. It's kind of baked on the inside, but sort of potato chippy on the outside. Is that even a word, potato chippy? Well, it is now. So we prep everything, we cut these, we add all of our melted herbs and butter and everything together, and we pop them in the oven, and it is amazing. So I'm going to show you how I cut these with the use of a couple bamboo spoons, and it's all easy and uphill from here. So let's get started. So first of all, what I'm going to do is just cut one. You're going to have a nice, really sharp knife. You got to get something super sharp that's going to get cut right through this like butter. So you can take that. So this way they're not going to be rolling around. They're going to be pretty stable. So I'll cut these, and what we're going to end up doing is slicing these up, and then I'm going to take my butter and my garlic and my Sonia's Sweet and Spicy juice, my herbs, and also my garlic pepper, and any other herbs that you'd like to add. You can certainly do that. The key ingredient, of course, today is Sonia's Sweet and Spicy, the juice, because that is going to be the little zinger that is going to add that little punch of flavor to our potatoes. So it's going to be spicy, it's going to be herby, and it's just going to have just the right amount of sweet and spicy and herbs. It's going to be awesome. So what I do here is I take my wooden spoons, and you can see that these are going to be pretty even on both sides here. So I just take this and I nest my potato right in there, nice and snug. Move these guys out of the way for a little bit. And it gives me some good leverage. So I hold this, and you're going to just cut just right to the point. And you're going to do this to all of these. And of course, the thinner the slice, the more crispy it's going to be, but you're not going through the entire. So what I'm talking about is here, it stops at this certain point. So as this ends up kind of cooking, it's going to fan out, and halfway through the baking process, we're going to end up putting more melted butter and olive oil and the melted herb mixture that we're going to prepare here shortly. But this makes it super easy. Now, I definitely do not want to insult any culinary people with amazing knife skills. So of course, if you if you have knife skills that are phenomenal and you can get right through there with about a 1/4 inch or so left at the bottom, then by all means. So there we go. We got nice slices. You can see those. So I'm going to finish the rest of these. We'll put them on our pan, and I'll show you what's coming up next. All right, so I'm melting 1 stick of butter on a low heat, and I'm going to just get that melted, and then I'm going to add in my garlic, my thyme, my rosemary, some olive oil. Actually, I'll add that olive oil right now. Just going to drizzle a little bit because, you know, potatoes always use, when you put olive oil on your potatoes, it just gives it an extra little crispiness that is amazing. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit there. Perfect. Get this melty and get this nice and melty. So we're almost melted here. I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic. I'm going to add my thyme and rosemary in there. In addition to the dried rosemary, I'm going to throw in a few, I'm going to add in a few sprigs of fresh rosemary. I've got my garlic pepper, I'm going to throw that in, and of course my Sonya sweet and spicy juice, which is going to give it just that little extra punch of flavor that is what everybody loves. I'm not adding salt and pepper to this right now because I want to be sure that we can top that off once we've basted our Hasselback potatoes, and then we can get that kind of going before it goes in the oven. Because I've added fresh rosemary in there, I'm going to just wait until this gets a little bit warmer, so that some of these flavors can be absorbed by the olive oil and the butter. I've gone ahead and preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and what we're going to do is we're going to have our we're going to baste our potatoes with this mixture, and it's going to be generously basted with that, so that all of these wonderful butter and olive oil and herb flavors will go in those slices that we had already done and we had cut up. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and going to just take this mixture, and I'm going to leave the sprigs that I put in there out, and I've got my silicone baster, that basting brush, that I love this because it just really, I think it works better than the bristle brushes. I love this, and I've had my bristle brush for years. So, and if you remember, we had cut off the bottoms of our potatoes, so I'm going to go ahead and just get these little bad boys ready here, and I won't leave them in as long. But for this initial first bake, I'm going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes and let this kind of start absorbing and get all of these flavors circulated in here. When it starts to bake, these are going to open up a little bit, so that then we can come back after 25 minutes and add more of the butter mixture, and then we'll put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes or so, and then they should be done. So let's get those in the oven. All right, so I just took these out of the oven, and as you can see, these are nice. They're starting to get a little separated here. I'm going to go ahead and help it along a little bit with my spoon, just to make sure that these little slices are going to be able to absorb and have all of this beautiful herbed butter and olive oil mixture put in there. So look at that. They're already starting to kind of fold and fall down. So just going to go ahead, finish that up, this one here. And you know, the timing might even depend also on the different kinds of potatoes that you have. Oops, yeah, look at that. It's going to fall apart right there. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and just mix up my buttered herb mixture again, and I'm just going to generously, and when I say generously slather, I am not kidding. I am going to let all of these herbs and the butter and olive oil, just, let me get my spoon out of here. Oh, and it smells amazing. You should smell my kitchen right now. It's a buttery herb, olive oil, oh, festive. It's festive in here. It smells awesome. So, and this is a perfect vegetarian dish. This is a side dish. This can just even be a snack, and something a little bit even from a departure of a baked potato. Doesn't really take that much more time to prepare. And oh, look at this, everyone. The little ones that I had cooked on the side that were the bottom, those are, let's get those two. I think I'm going to make those a little crunchy because I love it crunchy. It's one of my favorite things, like potato chips and home fries, anything that's got that crunch to it. Whenever I go to a diner or restaurant and get anything that's potato, like home fries or anything like the hash browns, I love it where I tell them I want them well. I want them practically burnt because I love that crunch. So, all right, now the bottom of this, look at those spices. That's what I want on there, is that garlic. That garlic, look at this. This is going to be awesome, and we're going to throw this in the oven again. Oops, here we go. We're going to throw this in the oven again for at least another At this point, I think maybe 15 minutes. It doesn't need to be that long, but I want to get this on there, all of the garlic, because that's the good stuff, right? And if there's some of the fresh rosemary leaves that get in there, well, that's fine too. So, and we're going to get the last of this right on. This one here wants to just depart. All right, put this in the oven for maybe another 15 minutes, and I think we're going to be good to go. Hey everyone, there you have it. Look at these Hasselback potatoes. Are these awesome and amazing? The herbs, the spices, the olive oil, the butter, everything, the salt and pepper, everything on here is truly, truly flavorful. My kitchen smells amazing. But what's going to be even more amazing is when I give this a try. Now, like I said, I like to have my potatoes crunchy on the outside and nice and tender on the inside. So give this a little try here. See how it goes. Oh my God. All right, I'm having another one. Oh my gosh. It's crunchy, but not too crunchy, and it's super soft in the inside, and all of the herbs and garlic and everything, and the Sonya Sweet and Spicy completely consume it. It is fabulous. Don't forget that I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course TikTok. And you can always find my product at sonyasweetspicy.com. Now you can order, we are shipping, and we are always shipping. And of course, along with that, you know that we are always chopping and slicing, dicing and cooking, roasting and toasting. And hey, like I mentioned, this is the perfect dish. It can be a side dish, it can be a main dish, whatever your heart's desire. So I hope you all have a great rest of the week. Don't forget to subscribe, click the link down below, hit the bell so that you can get notified of when I have new videos. So that is a wrap today, everyone. Hasselback potatoes with a sweet and spicy twist and some herbs to go with it. I hope that you check out other videos, make sure you subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you soon. Bye.